When you edit this, you're gonna see that my responses are like 14 seconds and yours are like 18 and a half minutes.
When I edit this, I'm gonna be like, wow, Mia picks her nose a lot.
There's something in a world like you and me.
Hey guys, it's Cece.
Hey guys, it's Mia. We have a super fun video for you guys today. We have some questions that we're gonna be asking each other. Isabel's gonna try to answer them as well, but
Back in 2018 when Mia and I first started dating, she got these cards, the Skin Deep and these cards right here. And we got the couples edition cards. They have family version, long-term dating, couples.
friends. Yeah.
They have the works.
Recent couples. It's just like questions just to facilitate conversation and just to find out more about your like partner, and it really helps like Cece and I reconnect when feel like we're drifting apart.
Hey guys, after recording this video, we reached out to the Skin Deep to see if they could help us make these cards more accessible to our viewers, and they said yes. They have a huge variety of products now, including all variations of a relationship timeline from talking to long-term dating, family, friends, strangers, and even intimate decks. They also have a few decks fully in Spanish. If you're interested in buying one of their decks of cards, check out the link in our description and make sure to use code CCSpringhetti at checkout for 10% off your order. We want to extend a huge thanks to the Skin Deep for being so supportive and inclusive. We also did a huge giveaway on our Instagram recently, giving away 5 decks of cards away to 5 separate winners. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok so you can be the first to know about these giveaways for next time. I think every trip we've been on, we've brought these cards with us. I'm not joking. Like, I really think every time we've traveled somewhere, we have brought these cards. I think, like, even when we got married, we brought them to the mountains with us.
I think so.
I did. I think we brought them on our honeymoon, too. Like,
Clearly, we love these cards.
we love these cards. We have answered a lot of these questions, but I feel like every time we do go through this stack, we have, like, different answers. I've forgotten what we've done, so they don't get old, either.
They don't. And they kind of can, like, grow with you, too.
Something that I would have answered in 2018 could be completely different from since we've gotten married.
Right.
So without further ado, I have picked out 5 questions. Mia has picked out 5 questions.
And a half.
If you choose to skip the question, you have to look into the other person's eyes for a full 10 seconds with silence.
It's very hard.
So we don't normally skip. So rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I knew it.
Rock, paper, scissors. All right.
Okay. All right. What's your favorite ritual of ours?
My favorite ritual of ours. Well, there's a couple of things I do really like to do with you. But I think, well, my favorite ritual. My favorite ritual is morning time. And that is because in the morning, you always gently wake me up with a snuggle. You scratch my back. You offer me morning kisses. You tell me how lucky you are. You always say, I love waking up to you. Every morning you say it to me. And then you offer to make me breakfast. And most mornings you get up, make breakfast, and bring it to me, and we eat it in bed together.
Yes.
Recently you've been like, breakfast! Come breakfast out here! My favorite ritual is that, and that is because it is the warmest, safest, most comfortable, and the most consistency I've felt in my life.
I'm glad you like it.
And so it's really just like a ritual of me doing things for Cece. But I just really love it. It's my favorite. It's like my favorite part of every day.
One of my favorite parts, to piggyback off that, is the surprised look on your face every time I walk in with your plate of food. Like, I just gave you the same plate of food like 24 hours ago, but here you are still excited to have the same breakfast that I make for you every single day. And you act surprised even though you can hear me in here cooking your breakfast.
But like on the days that I do like wake up before you, I really do think it's a huge surprise when you wake up and I'm walking in with breakfast for you. I know it like really means a lot for you. What do you think I am hesitant to talk to you about?
Probably stuff like around filming and around like content that you want to create and stuff, knowing that I'm a little more private with my life and the personal side of me that I really kind of only save for you. So I would say you're probably hesitant to talk to me about stuff that has to do with recording or creating that kind of content or stuff, knowing that I might say something mean or that I might push back and that I might not be as supportive or as excited about it as you want me to be.
I wouldn't say you're mean or non-supportive. I just think you are more private, and I would agree with you. I'm hesitant to bring up ideas that I have for content creation, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
Because this has been a huge shift. We started dating and I never cared about social media. I hadn't posted anything on my Instagram since like 2015.
No.
And all of a sudden I wanted to share our whole life. So I can understand the hesitation, and I can completely agree with you that that is what I'm hesitant to talk to you about. I'm scared to tell you my ideas because I'm scared you're going to say no.
Yeah.
And realistically, you will say no to some stuff. I think I'm less hesitant now that I kind of like understand your piece to this. Like, we've talked a lot about it recently, about like what your comfort level is and like the things that I need to do like in our personal relationship outside of sharing with the internet to like make sharing with the internet not as serious, right?
Yeah. All right. The first time we met, what do you remember thinking about me that still holds true now?
You know what I thought when I first met you, because I've talked about this a lot. Like, I literally saw you. I immediately thought to myself, this is the person that's going to completely change my life. And that does still hold true, because you were that person and you have completely changed my life. I remember looking at you and thinking, this girl is exactly my type. Like, she is gay, she's into sports. I immediately thought you were outgoing. And I also remember thinking you were the most beautiful person. I swear, like, I saw you and was like, that is the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Stop it. You're being mean about it. Stop. Are you gonna make fun of me for being with a white girl? Who has more power in our relationship? And how has it changed? I love this question.
I think we've gone through phases where you've held a little bit more power, then I took a little bit back, and I held a little bit more. Then I think it balanced out a little bit. You historically have held a little more power.
Okay, but in all fairness, I think we hold power in different areas.
I was literally just gonna say that.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're fine.
But I just thought,
If it's when I get to play video games, Cece's in charge. If it's anything that has to do with the placement of the couch, Cece is in charge.
if it has to do with yard work or decisions for the household, like things that we're allowed to, like big purchases, you hold the power.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like if
Anything
we're trimming a tree branch, like she's doing that. If a decision needs to be made about our animals, I think you hold a lot of stake in the animals. I hold stake in them too, but when it comes down,
reckless with the animals.
yeah, like 12,000. You need to spend 12 grand on the cat
Correct.
to survive a surgery. Mia didn't even. I wasn't allowed to say no. You do hold more power financially in our relationship because you do remind me that there are like shared goals that we wouldn't have been able to reach without some discipline. So that's why you do hold the power there. She's a rich girl. No, 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 no.
But I think it's like a good like checks and balances, honestly. Like there's a lot of times where I'm like, yeah, let's go do that all in one day, and you're like, whoa.
Right, like
that
when it
social
comes
calendar is way
when
too
it comes
busy.
down to like our energy, I definitely think I hold the power because I think like for example when someone says, hey, we need you to be here at this time and you need to do this and you do that, and you're ready to make all three of those things happen because you're so like, my favorite piece about you is that you're so caring of everybody. You're gonna you will bend over backwards to please as many people as you can. And I remember like telling you, hey, we're not gonna do this because that's actually not protecting our peace.
What's the worst piece of advice I've ever given you? I can't wait to hear this. I'm thinking about all the dumb shit I've told you to do.
It's not advice. It's what you suggest when we do anything. For example,
Oh my god.
we can walk there. Or, no, it's fine. I know how to get there. Yeah, it's not that far. We'll just park here. Her advice is never pay for parking.
That's not advice. That's a rule. That's a hard rule.
Mia will walk 10 miles before she pays for parking.
11 and a half.
And that is why I hold the power in the relationship, because she knows I'm not walking. You get 1 mile maximum, and that's like maximum out of me to walk somewhere at the age we're at. Charlotte is hilly, okay? Call it uptown for a reason. It's
fine.
awful.
It's fine.
But don't. She's like, no, we're not paying for parking. This is ridiculous. And like, here's the event, and Mia's like already all the way. What's a habit of mine that you've now adopted, but wish that you hadn't?
You have a habit of being late. And so now I am also now late for a lot of things, especially when you come. If it's just me going though and not you going, I will somehow end up being late because at the last minute I'm trying to leave, you're like, hey, by the way, and then launch into a 15-minute story that can't possibly be told over the phone as I drive. So I would say the habit that you have that I've I don't know if I've adopted that or just kind of
Inherited.
been poked into.
Oh no.
Is being late. Yeah.
You couldn't have picked a nicer one. No, I couldn't have.
No, that's it.
I'm not late.
Yeah.
To really, not much.
No, that lightning is gonna strike you. Get out of here.
5 minutes doesn't count.
Ooh.
Go ahead, just
When was the last time you considered ending our relationship, and why didn't you?
10 seconds ago when you talked about me being
I'm
late.
already mad at you over this answer.
I don't think I've ever actually genuinely considered ending a relationship. I have thought, is this going to work out before? But I feel like that's a natural thought process. We have talked about just a lot of our differences before we got married. We both did counseling before we got married. We knew what our differences were.
Yeah.
But what they don't tell you is when you do get married, this weight of forever is on top of you with your differences. And so I've had some thoughts here and there where I'm is this something we're going to be able to get through? Even before we got married, I've had those moments where I was is this something that we can get through? I feel like those feelings have always been met with grace and patience, understanding, and a genuine willful conversation from us both of wanting to get to a good conclusion that worked for the both of us. I have always been able to get to a point where I yes, we can get through this.
Yeah.
There's never been a time when I'm I need to end this relationship. It's never going to work. I've always kind of been able to rest in the idea that we're going to be able to get through anything. You've always made me feel like we would. And we have. Relationships are hard work.
They're a lot of work.
They're a lot of work.
They're very fulfilling, but they are a lot of work.
And even though Mia and I mesh and we have a lot, we're on the same page about a lot of things in our life, we are very, very different in complementary ways and sometimes in ways that clash. We mesh, but we clash in a lot of things. If for some reason I lost my memory, what's the first thing you'd tell me about us? Be nice.
I would tell you that we have a really great way of connecting with each other, and that no matter what happens, we always find a way to laugh at the end of the day, laugh off something silly, and to come back together. I would tell you that we had a crazy honeymoon. We've gotten through some very rough times. But yeah, first thing that I would tell you is that that I love you, and that for the last 5 years we have gotten through really, really tough stuff, and we always find a way to have fun at the end of the day and to reconnect with each other, no matter how hard stuff is. Do your best impression of me when I'm really excited, Cece.
Mia likes to put on live cams on our TV. She puts on, they're live stream videos. A stream in Alaska, and she looks at bears that are hunting salmon in a river, a waterfall. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just a live cam of wildlife, because Mia loves animals. The one thing Mia has always wanted to do is a safari. And recently Mia has had on the live cam of the watering hole, Sahara live stream of the wildlife at the watering hole. Mia gets really excited every day when there's an animal on the screen. And this is my impression of Mia when she's excited. Babe! There's an elephant! Babe, there's two! Babe, there's two elephants! There's a baby! No, that's just a small one. Babe! Babe! Do you see the giraffes? Open your eyes, babe! Look at the giraffes! Isabel, look, there's a bird!
Don't get me started on the penguin live cam.
Oh my god. Babe! Some macaroni! We have a bird feeder out front that I got Mia for Christmas that has a camera in it, so every time a bird lands, it takes a picture of it. Babe, did you see the bird that landed on our cam?
Anything with animals.
Anything with animals.
Yeah, especially
she gets
a baby
so
animal.
excited, especially a baby animal, especially the Sahara. We have the last question of the night. This isn't the only time we're gonna do these. I really like doing this. I would love to film more of these. When do you think I'm most concerned for you?
I think you're most concerned for me when you know that I'm stressing about the thing that I dislike doing the most, which is disappointing other people or not showing up for someone else. So when I'm in that like panic, like, holy crap, how can I be at 2 places at one time because I have to? So like you would be concerned for how like physically stressed I am over letting someone down or not being there for somebody. I would think that's when you're the most concerned for me, because then you see me at like a panicked, like not even thinking clearly stage where I'm trying to be in 2 different cities at the same time. So I would say that's when you're most concerned for me.
It's like, it's hard just seeing you feel disappointed in yourself for not being able to appease what everybody else needs from you, you know? You hold yourself to a really high standard, and I think that puts a lot of pressure on you.
Probably.
And you let that pressure kind of like bleed into like your worth almost as a person. So it can be really concerning for me. This was fun. I'm really glad we did this.
Yeah.
The sun is setting. We've already eaten dinner. We've already had our date night. So I think it is time for our second favorite ritual, putting pajamas on. I'm tired, so yeah. I'm ready to go to bed. And that's a wrap. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought of today's video. Comment some of your feedback for us on our channel. And I want you to comment if you're coming from TikTok or Instagram, because I want to know where our peeps are coming from.
See you guys.
Good night.
There's nothing in the world like you and me. Babe, there's something in the world like you and me.